Hi guys, welcome again to Barker's Barbecue, and this is all things chicken wings. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in again. So I'm going to show you how to break down chicken wings in a couple of different ways. These are the way I do them if I'm doing lollipop chicken wings especially. It's something that I've done for the last year or two. I do it for my competition hand-ins, and I find it's a really good way to present chicken wings to your family and friends as well. So what we'll do, we'll get started. So if you want to come and see what I'm about to do here, get up nice and close. Now, you're always going to want to work with the inside of the wing. Obviously the outside, if you make your cuts on the outside, it's not going to work. So always work on the inside of the wing. So I'm going to show you firstly how to lollipop the drumette, which is this little section here, okay? First thing you need to do is get a nice sharp knife and make a cut in this section here. What you're doing there is making an exit point for the end of the bone, and then it's going to be nice and neat. So basically what you need to do, you need to grip the wing like that, and then turn it outwards like this, sort of towards the camera, right? And then you should end up with a nice clean bone, no cartilage. And then basically all you do is run your knife down the back of it just to separate it from the flat, which is this section here. And then you have a lollipop drumette. And then you lock your wing tip off just like that, and you have your wings like that, just your normal wings. Now, I'm going to show you another way as well. I'm going to show you how to lollipop this one. Now this one's got the two bones in it. It's got a larger one and a smaller one, so I'm just going to walk you through that now, okay? So we'll lollipop both in this one. So make the same cut as you do for the drumette, just in that section there. It's got to be on the drumette side. If you do it on this side, it's not going to work for you, okay? It's got to be on that section there, if you can see that. And to lollipop the flat here, you need to make another cut, which is just on this section. All right, so they're your two cut points, just in here and just in here. All right, now we want to take the lollipop this one first, so we'll just do the same as before, nice and clean. Pull it out towards that direction, take that off. But this time, you want to straighten out the wingtip nice and straight and pull it back towards you in this direction, like this. And then what you should see is two nice clean bones out the top there. So there's a larger one and a smaller one. So just run your knife down the back just to get rid of the wingtip, because we're done with that at this point. And get that taken away. So obviously it's a lollipop if it has one stick, so we've got to get rid of one of these bones. So basically you always get rid of the smaller one. The bigger one's got a lot more purchase in there, so you're going to want to leave that where it is and get rid of this one here. So what I do is I just push down as far as I can on this little bone here. Just push down, because the meat is gripping it right the way down, so you need to sort of release it. So keep pushing down as far as you can go, and then sort of pull the bone out like this, and then just sort of twist and pull. And what you should find is that once you give it a good twist, sometimes they're a bit more grippy than other, you should have a nice clean bone, just like that, no breaks or snaps. And then you're left with a beautiful little lollipop chicken pillow. And when these cook, they shrink around the bone and they look really nice. So I'm going to show you that later on. Now, one other thing I'll show you as well is how to make boneless wings. So I do leave the bone in for this cook. So I'll show you just how to do this one. So it's basically the same method for the drummy, because we're not going to use that for this particular lollipop. So same as before. Now we need to leave the wingtip on for this one, because it's going to be a handle of sorts for you to use. So, because obviously this whole section here, what we're aiming for is the whole section to be just one long piece of chicken that you can just crunch down into. So what you need to do is you need to make a cut around about 1 centimeter or 2, depending on the size of the chicken wing, down into here, just right where the cartilage is. And if you get a bone, don't stress, just crunch down on it just like that. And what you should see are two clearly defined bones there. You've got the larger one and the smaller one, okay? Get your knife in there and just do this, just to sort of separate them, because there's a bit of connective cartilage through there. And once they're nice and separated, same method as before, just work your fingers down that bone just to release all the meat and the muscle from it. This one's a little bit trickier at times, but once you do a couple of them, you tend to get pretty quick. And then, yeah, once you've released that, just pull it out, twist and writhe. Try not to twist too hard though, otherwise you'll break the bone. But this one's come out nice and easy, so it's just dislodged there. A nice clean bone, nice white knuckle at one end, clean bone at the other. And then you're left with a wing like that. Now, obviously, as I said, they're boneless. This large bone is going to stay in for the cook, because if I tried to take that out now, I'd mangle the wing. It's really hard work to get rid of that bone, I found. So when you cook it with the bone in, I think it might add a little bit of flavor, and it also is a piece of cake to take this bone out once they're cooked. So I'll show you all that in a bit. So what we're going to do now, so that's basically how you break down the wings. So we're just going to give these wings a rub with Rubrax Barbecue Hot Wing Dust. One of my favorite rubs to use, this one. Give it a nice generous coat, back and front. Yeah, let's see, okay. And what we're going to do, I've got my Weber outside getting nice and hot for these wings, because I cook my wings at a really, really hot temperature, about 300 degrees Celsius. What that does, it crisps up the wings, and just, yeah, they're the best way to do chicken wings I've found, and I use a Vortex in my Weber to get that done. So yeah, these wings are all rubbed up now, so what we're going to do is we're going to take them out to the Weber. Okay guys, so I've got the wings all rubbed up, ready to go onto the Weber. So basically what I do is I form a ring, basically just around the Vortex here. If any of you are familiar with a Vortex, basically it's just a square-shaped unit that you put in the middle of your Weber, and it just concentrates the heat into the center of the lid, and sends all the heat right up to the top, and you know, gets things really, 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 really screaming hot inside your Weber there. So I'm going to get these wings on for you, and we'll be back in a minute to show you how they've come out. Alright guys, so our chicken wings are done. They took around about 35 minutes at about 260, 280 degrees Celsius. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I meant about the boneless wings and show you just what you can do with them. So if you want to come and have a look, you can see, as I mentioned, that these chicken wings have shrunk around the bone. And let me show you literally just how easy it is. I've not done anything but take these off the Weber. You literally turn and pull. It couldn't be easier. They almost fall out. Now one trick I want to show you, which is actually really cool. I've got my little injector here filled up with Rubrax Barbecue White, which is the mayo sauce from Rubrax Barbecue, based on like an Alabama white sauce. And from removing that bone, what it does, it actually leaves a nice little pocket inside there. So what you can do, you can get your injector and then just slowly fill up the inside in that little section there, in that little pocket. And then you've got a wing that's got a little sauce pocket inside it. So let's take a bite, shall we? That is really good. As you can see, end to end on the whole piece, once you take the bone out, the entire thing is edible. So literally just twist and pull. Twist. This one's a little bit bigger, so it's got a bit more meat around it, so I had to twist a bit more. It's a bit of a bigger chicken wing as well. But literally, compared to trying to take them out when they're raw to this, it's an absolute cakewalk. And then you just bin all those and you have your boneless chicken wings and you toss them in the sauce. Now, so what I'll do, I'll just remove the rest of these bones. Just pull them out. A couple more over here. I don't do these all that often because there is a little bit more prep involved. But I'll tell you what, they're a real hit with family and friends if you can be bothered putting them together. So I'll just show you my preferred sauces that I like to use. So for one bowl of wings today, I'm going with my sticky barbecue wings. I use a mix of Lane's Barbecue Sorta White and Lane's Barbecue Kinda Sweet. So I'll show you what we do. Just a nice little pour over the top, just like that. I go a little bit heavier on the Sorta White than I do the Kinda Sweet because I just think it turns out better as a balance. Just a little bit of sweetness in there because this sauce is actually pretty sweet. And then you literally just toss them around like this. Oh, nearly lost one there. And yeah, you're left with some beautiful sticky barbecue wings there. And the second bowl that I've got here, same chicken wings again. It's going to use Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Wing Sauce. It's a real industry standard, this one. It's just got that signature vinegar buffalo hit, and it's perfect for my level of heat too. I like it at this level. It's just it's not too hot, but after a bowl this big, you'll be feeling it. Give it a bit of a toss, right the way through, and there you have it. Chicken wings, sticky barbecue, and Frank's Buffalo. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching my All Things Chicken Wings video. I really hope you got something out of it. Lollipop style chicken wings is something I've started doing for the last couple of years, as I mentioned, and yeah, it really upped my chicken wing game when I learned how to do it. So if you want to keep up with all things Barker's Barbecue, I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Barker's Barbecue. Feel free to follow me on those two socials. And thanks again for watching. Take care. See ya.